good to see Skyrim still has some... It's always encouraging. My alembic. I need it for some research and can't seem... Well, I suppose he wouldn't mind. It was all before my time, you understand. I've heard the stories, the same as anyone else. He was a brilliant student, an accomplished wizard, delved into magic in a way none had seen before. But I think he became too focused on just how much power he could acquire. That's what led to the accident. Until next time.
Can you possibly help Jazargo? Until next time.
If you have a moment, could you help me with something? Until next time. I still need some help. We're all trying to become better mages, right? Well, I need someone I can practice a few spells on. Nothing dangerous, really. Would you be willing to... Oh, good. I was afraid I'd have to go ask... Now, you just stand there. Please hold still, and don't move. There. Now. Oh dear. That wasn't supposed to happen. Do you feel all right? You look very, green. I am so very sorry. I went over this again and again, and I was sure it would have better results. I'm not really sure. I'm sure it will wear off soon. When it does, you'll be perfect. In the meantime, I'll see about figuring out what went wrong.
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary. If there are any problems, let me know. It's my job to keep things running smoothly.
I still need some help. If exactly as I... Now, are you ready to try again? I am confident it will work this time. This will be worth it. Okay, now don't move at all. Oh my. That isn't right. Just wait. I can fix this. Oh no, that's not it. Let me try again.
It's always encouraging to see the
This really isn't turning out the way I hoped. I'll get it right this time. I swear.
The college will be here soon no matter what.
There. All better. Well, it all worked out in the end, didn't it? Oh no, it hasn't. I have a long way to go but at least I know where to start now. Thank you. You've been a great help to me. I'd better get going.
There are few places where one can pursue my type of work
I'm
without
working
fear
on some
of
very
persecution.
important research.
Now,
I
if you'll
assure you.
excuse me. That incident... yeah. It's possible that there was less than the but we've had no contact. Arniel wondered if perhaps they'd somehow managed to get themselves lost in the Outer Realms. I'm not sure. He lost... And then though, something about using frost magic to... The people of Skyrim have... It's possible, but we've had... Arniel wondered if perhaps they'd I hadn't really considered it, and... Let me... As I recall... He lost... And then there's... Though... Something about using frost magic to chill the mead for a certain period of time. I felt it was a waste.
You know, they say
The
knowledge.
Archmage let
Use
me
the
proceed.
gloves to clear the focal points. Return to me when you have finished. I thought I made this rather clear.
Mirabelle does a fine job as Master Wizard, I suppose. Still, there's always room for improvement.
Should you ever fall victim to an unfortunate accident, I promise, your remains will be put to good use. Until next time.
Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. All right, then.
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's... Well, now that's an odd question. Why in the world would you be asking? I see. Well, yes, I suppose I did mention it, though I'm not sure what he expects me to tell you. I only brought it to his attention a few months back when the Synod showed up here looking for it. They were apparently under the impression we were keeping it in a closet somewhere. Mages based out of Cyrodiil. They fancy themselves the imperial authority on magic these last few hundred years. My understanding is that all they really do is make noise in an attempt to curry favor from the Emperor. Lots of politics, little magic. I was quite surprised to find them on our doorstep. They seemed amiable enough, but their line of questioning made me uneasy. It became clear they're trying to hoard powerful artifacts, looking to consolidate power. No one here does. The Synod seemed convinced it was somewhere in Skyrim. They inquired about the ruins of Mizulft, but that's all I remember. It sounded like they were heading there, though they were rather secretive about why. I suppose if you're intent on looking for the staff, there's a chance they might be in Mizulft yet. Just don't expect them to be cooperative. I'm not really sure. Made and used by Magnus himself, if you believe those sorts of things. I believe I've heard it said that it's the only thing that could adequately contain his power. The sort of embellishment wizards of ancient times loved to make.
The exact nature of my reason. You mean the official, sort of? But I can't help but notice that you're doing... It may not be... I wonder if perhaps you could assist with it. Yes. It's just that, well, I'm not even really sure, but the implications are quite intriguing, I think. I simply need some experimental results. Just bring me some Dwemer cogs. 10 of them should be enough for me to get a better understanding of how they were crafted. That's all I need, all right? I don't think anyone here. I simply... And please, let's keep this between us.
There are some I hope you've got some coin. Let's just take a look then. If you ever purposely... As for research, well, a sufficient explanation will cover almost anything.
Have you managed to track down the Synod or the staff of Magnus?
I'm working on some very important research, I assure you.
It is difficult to admit. Jazargo has seen that Toftir likes you. You must be very skilled with magic, yes? Jazargo is working hard, but cannot do it alone. Can you help with this? Jazargo has worked hard on learning new spells, trying new things. This will make Jazargo stand out as a mage. But Jazargo works so hard, there is no time to test these new spells. If you help with the testing, this will make learning easier. Jazargo will give you scrolls. You will use them and report the results. This is a good plan, no? You tell Jazargo when you are ready. You can resist, can you? Let's see. This one, I think. Jazargo has designed it to be an excellent flame cloak, with a twist. It is especially potent against the undead, and should burn them to a crisp in no time. Jazargo gives you plenty of these scrolls, so you try them and return when you can say whether they work. Jazargo awaits word of how well his
fair a cold. I hope the wind dies down a bit before tonight. Hard when you've got to sleep outside.
My master can be a bit short-tempered, but I've learned so much from him. I'll never have Master Nurelian. Good to hear. You can be a difficult man to find. Thankfully, those couriers are tenacious. I have some thoughts. There are 3 crucial elements. Some may be easier to find than others. On the top of the throat of the world is a patch of unmelting snow. No heat can touch it. Then we need the tusk of a mammoth, ground to a fine powder as only the giants know how. The final step is tricky. It requires the briar heart from a forsworn of the Reach. If you can bring me these materials, the file can again be made whole. The ivory produced by those beasts is as hard as iron, but the giants have found a way. They're able to grind it down so fine that it can be infused into the lap. The finished material has the delicate nature of fresh powder snow, but the strength of the hardest steel. On top of the throat of the world is a patch of snow that's never melted. They say the graybeards taught it to ignore the sun, and the heat simply washes over it. The original file was made from this snow. We'll only need a small bit for the repairs. The final tempering of the file was performed with a type of old magic that's been lost since the Dragon War. The nearest modern incarnation of it is the strange rituals practiced by the Forsworn. With the heart of one of their Briar warriors, I can lock the file's magic into its physical form. It's difficult to explain to the layman. Forgive me if I begin waxing alchemic. All right, then.
Working in winter is great. I get to see Ulfric up close.
Take a look.
You guys, don't buy this online.
Don't forget, you find Queen Freydis' sword. What do you want, Milk?
My father says we need to just get on with our...
Dremyolok, greetings. Sum arc mora.
doing something. What do you mean? I can't do anything right now. I have to
I can't wait to see you succeed, Mirabelle. I've no doubt she'll be promoted to Archmage at some point.
That I need to go back through. I know. I have to go to work at 1.
All right then.
I can't. I can't. Not right now. I can't. I just overrided all the 30 minutes I've spent.
Why are
playing
my
this game.
research materials constantly disappearing? Once again, I have found very insulting notes left in my personal effects. Simple barbaric. Just because I don't fit in here is no reason for others to ridicule me behind my back.